Hello and welcome back to the Casual Fan Podcast, the hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining, and above all else, the most profitable sports gambling podcast you will find on the internet. My name is Ben Holmes. You can find me at Ben_best_ on Twitter and on TikTok. Also here at the Casual Fan Podcast. So like and subscribe to all those things. This is being recorded on a Monday, a lot earlier than usual, but I'm just so freaking eager to get back on the horse after whatever the hell week 9 just was. It blew. It sucked. Teams that not only should have covered massive spreads lost outright. Now these things do happen. Do I regret not taking the Jags to beat the Bills? No, of course not. Bills win that game 99 times out of 100. It's just a bizarre week. Let's put it behind us. Let's move on. Week 10, let's go. I've been on the wrong side of big spreads more than I've been right the last few weeks. But Washington cannot score with Tampa Bay. They just can't do it. For the Washington football team, Montez Sweat is out. Not that he was doing much anyway. One thing I'm certain of almost every week is that Tampa are going to put up points. And I can see a few turnovers from their defense as well, with Washington trying to force the ball up the field, trying to force the issue when they're down multiple scores late in the game. Kind of similar to that Tampa Bay Atlanta game where Tampa covered the 12.5 way earlier in the season. I think it's going to be similar again this week. 2016 was the last time Brady lost coming off a bye. And that was to a Seattle team that was the 3rd seed in the NFC that year. What I do know is I missed betting on Brady when he wasn't playing last week, and I can't wait to back him again. It wouldn't surprise me at all. In fact, I might even go check the odds. The Tampa will not punt in this game. Give me the Buccaneers minus the 9.5. I'm gonna back the Jags here plus 10.5. I already talked about my absolute frustrations with their game against the Bills last week, and I'm inclined to believe it was more the Bills playing down to the opposition, maybe taking them a bit lightly more than anything else. I don't think the Jags all of a sudden became world beaters overnight, especially that defense holding the Bills to 6 points. Although give the Jags D credit, they were making a lot of things happen out there. They were incredibly active, getting their hands on the ball. I was on the Jets to cover the large spread to the Colts last week, and I think if stud QB Mike White played all 4 quarters, they would have. And a big reason I believe that is because while the Colts are a mighty fine team, they're not in the echelon of teams that can be giving double digits to the teams they're facing. They're just not good enough, even with one of the best backfields in the league and Michael Pittman emerging as a legit receiver. When I play out this game script in my head, it has the making of a comfortable Colts victory with a costly Carson Wentz mistake in there, and then the Jags getting a garbage time touchdown to get the cover. And I'm not being overreactionary to them beating the Bills. Even if the Bills steamroll the Jags 35-10 like I thought that they would, I'd still be taking the Jags here at the double-digit points. And there's some news about Trevor Lawrence's ankles, which is a bit concerning because I do like his mobility, and if that gets taken away, we'll see what he has to offer. But he won't struggle with his Colts defense the way he did against the Bills. He'll get at least a touchdown this week, that's for sure. I'm all over the Jags here plus 10.5. As we bet every week, different people are drawn to different teams. They seem to be backing them in every situation. And when I look at my picks, I back this Vegas Raiders team a lot, and this week is no exception. They're 2.5 point home dogs in a divisional primetime game against an objectively bad football team. The Chiefs would have been steamrolled if they went up against even an average quarterback last week. That Jordan Love situation, that's a story for another day. Yeah, the Raiders are better on both sides of the ball, and I'm getting a field goal here. Not to mention that the Chiefs never seem to cover. That seems to come up a lot, but it's true. I get the respect for the Chiefs in terms of the spreads that they were given early in the season, saying no, they're gonna get it right at some point. But now we've seen what they are. And what they are is not good. It's middle of the pack at best, in my opinion. Whatever's wrong with Mahomes, I don't know. But it's clear that he's not the same player that he was last season. When you see Mahomes, like, he's not making magic like we used to seeing him make. Although the play to ice the game on that 3rd and long, that was pretty sick. The Raiders lost to a terrible Giants team, but they had 250 more yards of offense in that game. It's mind-blowing how they lost it. The pick 6 was really the difference. Plus Carlson missing a 25-yard chip shot field goal. And that really put the pressure on Vegas to have to score with that last possession of the game. Obviously, if he makes that field goal, things are a lot different. The Raiders are an excellent team. In fact, as much as it kicks me in the ass that they lost that game on the weekend, because I was all over the Raiders, it makes me more confident that they'll get a win against the Chiefs. You'd be in the money if you back the Minnesota Vikings every week plus money. And they're plus 2.5 against the Chargers, a Chargers team that's coming off a good win against the Philadelphia Eagles team. But with this game, take the Vikings by the half point and make it 3. They've lost 5 games this year, 4 of them by 4 points or less. They really should have beaten the Ravens. And they really should have won the week before against Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. Cowboys. Both of these teams essentially average 24 points a game, and the Vikes have the firepower on the ground to run right through a terrible Chargers rush defense. It's a 50-50 game, both teams could win. Give me the team that's getting points. There's a logjam of teams with 5 losses vying for a wildcard spot. The Vikings are right there, the season's far from over, still a lot to play for. I like the Vikings to win this one. Speaking of the Vikings choking, giving up multiple 2-touchdown leads against the Ravens, let's take the Ravens here minus the 7. They're not going to sweat this game out nearly as much as they did the week before. They're really going to lead this wire to wire pretty comfortably. The Dolphins got their second win of the year last week, and fans in Miami, I encourage you to live it up, celebrate, because you're going to be coming crashing back down to earth in a massive way this week. The Finns can't keep up with Baltimore in terms of scoring. They just can't. Period. The Finns are averaging 17 points a game. The Ravens 27. I don't care who the quarterback from Miami is. I think the Ravens comfortably go ahead early and they don't look back. All that being said, things are crazy. That's the theme of this week. I said the Dolphins, there's no way they can score with the Ravens. Well, there's no way the Jags could score with the Bills, and the Bills put up 6 points. Since he should have come firing out the box, they just lost to the Jets, and they were moving the ball all the way up and down the field in the first quarter, and then they'll get absolutely smoked by the end. The Arizona Cardinals, no Kyler Murray, no DeAndre Hopkins. The 49ers seemingly as healthy as they've been in forever, and that game wasn't even close. All I can say is I don't know why we do what we do, but we freaking love it. We live for these Sundays, and Week 10's no different. I can feel the good vibes coming. Things are gonna turn around. We still have a winning record. I'm all doom and gloom. We're still up money, but we really haven't capitalized on the momentum we had earlier in the season. But our strategy hasn't changed. We're staying consistent. We're trusting the process, and we're gonna get back to a winning record this week, and we're gonna have a winning record every week the rest of the season. Thanks for stopping by. I'm at Benz_best_ on Twitter and on TikTok. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to the YouTube page, Casual Fan Podcast, and like this video. Good luck.